Now let us have a look at this question where a Mohr circle for the state of plane stress at a point is shown in the figure. So you have been given a Mohr circle in this question, and if unit of stress is megapascal, then which one of the following options, which are stress values in megapascal, is true? Circle is not drawn to scale. So basically you have been given a Mohr circle where you can see different points. C is the center of that Mohr circle. This is the Mohr circle, right? C is the center of that Mohr circle. And these two lines, this is representing normal stress, we know x-axis, and y-axis is representing shear stress. The origin where they are intersecting is this one, right? This is the origin. In the Mohr circle, you have been given 2 points on its circumference. As we know, every point on the circumference of a Mohr circle represents an actual plane in the element. So plane A is represented by point A and plane B is represented by point B. The state of stress at the point A or the plane A in actual element is sigma A tau A, and for B it is sigma B tau B. Also, question has given you the principal stress denoted by sigma 1 and another principal stress, maximum principal stress sigma 1, minimum principal stress sigma 2. Other than that, there are two numerical values given to you. One is 30, which you can say is the horizontal distance between point A and point C, and next is 20, which is the horizontal distance between the center, between the origin and the center of Mohr circle. And based upon these data, you have to tell, this is in megapascal, right? This is in megapascal, as question has already told you. Unit of stress is megapascal. This is also in megapascal. Now the question is asking you that find out the values of sigma A, sigma B, sigma 1, sigma 2 in megapascal. This question is an MSQ question. You have to select, you have to tick the right options. So which of the options are correct, which are not? That you have to find out. Look, whenever you have such questions based upon Mohr circle, and I actually keep, while teaching, I kept telling you that Mohr circle is something that even if no matter how much you like equations and formulae, you want to just apply the formula, apply the equation, get the answer, but still give an honest try to Mohr circle, because I told this that you should know both the methods, analytical and graphical, right? And you should thoroughly try both the methods and then become an expert in one. I am not saying you should know only one method, both the method you should know. You should be in a state, you should be capable to solve any question by both the methods, become an expert, super expert in at least one of the methods, if possible in both, right? So I generally prefer and I recommend students that it would be easier for you, less confusing for you, if you give an honest try to Mohr circle, to graphical method, and try to become an expert in this method. For example, this question is a perfect example to tell that. The values that you have to find out are sigma A, sigma B, sigma 1 and sigma 2 with their respective signs in plus or minus, correct? Now, sigma A value, let's start from option A, which was sigma A. This is A. Okay, I can solve all these four options quickly in 15-20 seconds, but still I will take time to explain you. Firstly, I will tell it directly, then I will explain each one of them. So here, this line I can draw, right? I'm just drawing these lines for clarity, for your clarity. Got it? I have joined it like this. So this length basically is 30. From here to here, it is 30. Correct? And this length here is 20. From here to here, it is 20. From here to here. Now question is asking you sigma A. How easy is that? This is the origin. This is the origin. Let me draw the origin from a different color so that it is easy for you to visualize things. This is the origin. And now what you have to do? You have to tell the coordinates of this point, sigma A. This length is sigma A, no? This length is sigma A. So this length is equal to this length, 30, plus this length, 20. So length is 50 and it is on the negative side. This is the positive side of origin, this is the negative side of origin. So sigma A is minus 50 directly, right? Sigma A we got as We got as minus 50. Sigma A is equal to minus 50 megapascal. Coming to sigma B. If we look at B, this is the point B, correct? And sigma B basically is this length. How much is this length? That will become our sigma B. If you look at this triangle O, let's call it D. Let us call this triangle, wait, CDA, and let's say this is point E. So if we were making this Mohr circle, what method we would have used? Maybe we would have plotted the point A, and then we would have plotted the point B, and then we would have joined them together, and this point would have become the center, and considering this as the center and AB as the diameter, we would have made a circle, and that would become our Mohr circle. This is what we would have done. So basically this line ACB will always be a straight line, obviously, because we are joining AB via a straight line, correct? This angle and this angle are going to be same, vertically opposite angle. This length AC will be equal to this length CB. Both of them are radius. If I am drawing a perpendicular line, this will be 90. Again a perpendicular line, this will be 90. Correct? And suppose this radius is R. And obviously both these angles are theta. So this length, let's say D and E as I wrote there. DC will be R cos theta. CE will also be R cos theta. These lengths will also be same. And obviously AD, which will be R sin theta, will also be same as EB, which is again R sin theta. So basically all these lengths, these are such triangles where all the dimensions, length, angle, everything is same, right? We call it congruent triangles. So here, these two lines, this line and this line, will obviously be same in their dimension. So although it has mentioned tau A for this length and tau B for this length, but basically we can conclude that yes, tau A is actually equal to tau B, which is equal to 40 in magnitude, in its length, right? And now, since we have to find out this length here, this length here, this length, and this length, sigma B, again reminding you, sigma B is OE. So I am interested in this triangle, in triangle CEB. In that triangle, OC is known to me, na? OC, this is known to me. This is 20. This is 20, correct? And this I want to find out. This is unknown. And if somehow I can find out the radius, it will be very easy for me to relate radius with this length and then find out the value of sigma B. And to find out the radius, why not use this triangle? Why not use this triangle? Because in this triangle, this length is known to me. This length, DC, is 30. DC is 30. And AD is equal to EB is equal to 40. So if in this right triangle I look, AC square is equal to AD square plus CD square, correct? And AD value is known to me. AD value is 40, same as this one, and CD is 30 given to me. Directly, it's a Pythagorean triplet. Directly we know that AC will come out to be 50. The value of AC, or you can say the radius of this Mohr circle, is 50. And now in this right triangle CEB, the radius that we have is 50. I know some of you will be thinking, "Arey sir, there is a shorter way to find it out." I know that. I just want some other students to go through this process, and then I will tell them that how, by using common sense, without doing any of this, without lifting pen, directly you can put the answer, you can click the answer and move to the next question. But let's go through it. It anyway is helpful. You should know there can be some non-numerical question question in terms of variables where such knowledge can help you, right? So now we know the value of radius. We know the expression for radius of Mohr circle. Let us write that. So this is the expression for the radius of Mohr circle. We all know it. We have derived it. We have discussed this. And in this expression, sigma B, sigma A values you need to put with sign. Just reminding you, with sign you have to put. So here, sigma B is not known to us. We want to find that out. R value is 50. Sigma A value is minus 50. Minus, don't miss that. And tau value is 40. Anyway, tau is going to get squared. But here, sigma A directly is not getting squared, right? sigma A will be firstly subtracted, sigma B minus sigma A. So if sigma A is negative, it will become positive. In tau, it doesn't matter, but here it will matter. So let's put the values. This is the value, right? R is 50. We just find that out using triangle ADC. Sigma B, sigma is minus 50, so it will become plus 50, tau is 40. And in this entire expression, sigma B is the only unknown which you will solve and get as 10 megapascal. This is the method that we used, to find out the value of sigma A, properly, although it's Mohr circle, but still we tried, to apply some of the formulae, radius of Mohr circle formulae to eventually get to the answer. But the beauty of Mohr circle is that even without going by this conventional method, it's just a geometry. Mohr circle is just a graph, it's just a geometry, right? Once you plot it correctly, or once you have been given a Mohr circle, you can apply whatever you want to apply, right? The concepts of geometry, trigonometry, common sense, just to find out any of the unknown angle or length. Let us try to do that to find out the value of sigma B. This length, sigma B. Now, without even lifting the pen, you can get the answer of sigma B. How? By CD is equal to CE. CD is equal to CE. How? I just showed you. That's why I just put time into such a basic thing which, almost is known to all of you. But just to give you a hint, that CD and CE are same. And CD is 30 and in CE, OC is 20. So OE should be 10 only, na? So 10 is the direct answer for sigma B without lifting the pen. DC is equal to CE. CE. And CE is equal to CO plus OE. I am only writing magnitude here. I am just taking it as a length. I am not taking this as a coordinate and measuring it from origin. So don't think that no, sir, minus 30 should come or minus 50 should come. I am taking it just as a length. Remove this axis and this axis. Just take it out and take it as a geometry question. So CD length is known to me as 30. OC length is known to me as 20. So OE definitely should be equal to 30 minus 20, which is 10. And I can see that it is on the positive side. So it must be positive 10 megapascal, which is the value that we have got by doing, all the process that we know and applying the formulae that we know. So you can see the difference in these two approaches. It took at least 1 minute, you can say 45 seconds to get the answer. And again, a chance of silly mistake was there. Some of you will miss that this needs to be put in with a sign. Some of you will write sigma B minus 50 here, right? And they may get a wrong answer or a different answer. So the point here is that Mohr circle, you need to be expert in that. Mohr circle gives you a freedom to use whatever you can to get to the answer. Common sense lagao, geometry lagao, trigonometry lagao. Answer should be there as fast, as accurate as possible, right? So sigma B calculation was one of that thing which you can understand. Now, sigma A is known to us. Sigma B also we calculated as plus 10 megapascal. Now coming to sigma 1, this value, sigma 1 and sigma 2. Obviously, as you can see from the option, and it makes sense that sigma 1 should be positive, sigma 2 should be negative. Let us try to find the value. Now for this also, I will tell you one method properly solving and trying to get to the answer, and there is no harm in using the proper method. It will just take slightly more time, okay? So one method we will do properly by solving it. Another method we will try to just, get to the answer by common sense, by geometry, trigonometry. So we know that sum of normal stress for any element is constant. Sum of normal stress, irrespective of its orientation, does not change. So for any orientation, if normal stress is sigma A and sigma B, which it is in the question, both of them are 180 degree apart. So if I try to make their element, the element will look something like this, where they will be 90 degree apart, as we already know that the angle in element, is half of the angle in Mohr circle, or angle of Mohr circle is 2 times of the angle of the element. So here angle between this plane and this plane is 90, but here angle between them is 180. So normal stress sigma A, sigma B, their sum is sigma A plus sigma B, which should be equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2, which is your principal planes when there is no shear stress, right? So sigma A plus sigma B is equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2. The value of sigma B is 10, the value of sigma A is minus 50. So we know these values, and let's say this becomes our equation 1. Minus 50 plus 10 is equal to 40. This is our equation number 1. Is there any other way in which we can relate sigma 1 and 2? Yes, by radius. Radius, again, the expression we know, which is sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2, the radius for any Mohr circle. Correct? Here, sigma 1 is known, or sorry, sigma 1 and sigma 2 are unknown, R value is known to us. R value was 50. So if you put the value, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to 100, is equal to 100. These are the two equations and these are the two unknowns. Just add them together. You add them, this will become 60, this will become 2 sigma 1. So sigma 1 will become 30 and sigma 1 is 30, so sigma 2 is minus 70. So sigma 1 value and sigma 2 value will come out to be this, just by solving these two equations. Got it? But again I am telling you, there are ways, many ways to solve other than this method as well, other than actually solving the equation, forming the equation, right? But this method is not useless. Such things should be known to you. Such things will help you in other types of questions. So I am not saying that if you are getting an answer by a faster method, forget the longer method. I am sure you would have realized this by learning from me, that I won't reject a longer method. I will give you its learnings definitely, but I will recommend you that in exam you follow the shorter method, but must know about the longer method, must know about the learnings from the longer method, right? And that's what I try to deliver via the content, the questions, the theory that I discuss. Okay, so let's try to get the answer other than using this approach of sigma 1 and sigma 2. Now in this case, our radius is 50, right? So this CB is 50 and this length is also 50. From here to here, this length is also 50. Correct? In this 50, OC is how much? 20. OC is 20. So sigma 1 is equal to 50 minus 20, which is equal to 30. Direct. Sigma 1 is equal to plus 30 megapascal. And sigma 2, this value is equal to how much? Radius, again this and this length, this is equal to radius. Radius plus OC, again only magnitude I am talking about. Sign I can add, na? I know sigma 1 is positive, sigma 2 is negative. I am not bothered about the sign while applying common sense. So this length, radius, again 50 and this length 20. So total is 70. And with a minus sign, because I know it is on the negative side. We have got the answer directly without doing any of those calculations. This is something that you need to understand. And here, even the radius calculation you don't need to do, because it's a very common Pythagorean triplet, right? If this is 3, this is 4, this will be 5, 30, 40, 50. Correct? So in these options, sigma A is incorrect, minus 50. Sigma B is also incorrect, it was 10. Sigma 1 is correct, 30. Sigma 2 is incorrect. So only one option C is correct.